Where in the world is Tori today? Sorry.
Where in the world is Stephanie? Oh, you're back in the
I'm
studio.
home.
Oh, do you
I
miss
know.
Miami? Or are you like glad to
Oh
be home?
no. Miami's yuck yuck. I I did love the Keys though. I really had a good day and a half
Oh,
of just him and I and sunshine and dive bars and the beach. And it was just lovely.
we like the Keys. I'm like kind of scoping out some different beach vacations in my life right now. Maybe something in the spring. So I've
Yeah.
never been to the Keys.
I like the Keys. There's a lot of boating. Their beaches are not that great,
Mm,
but
okay.
the atmosphere is just fabulous. I went to a place
Okay.
that had a saltwater pool on the
Ooh.
ocean, and I got up every morning to watch the sunrise and every night for the sunset, and
Okay.
it was just fantastic.
All right. Well, that sounds nice. I'll have to put it on my list.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think I'm like kind of half looking at trips for the spring, and I've got one half that's like beach trip, sit and
Yeah.
do nothing, and then the other half of me is obviously like, what mountain can I scale? So I'm
Yeah.
trying to determine which where I'm gonna go, but kind of leaning towards beach, so we'll see.
Yeah, I love that. Beach.
Yeah.
It's like a Barbie, as my daughter was dressed for, it's homecoming week. So she left the house dressed like a Barbie today, and I burst out laughing
Of
'cause
all people.
there's a whole lot of booty in that dress. And I was like, okay. Do you have anything to cover that backside up with?"
Oh my god. What does she do? Does she have Halloween plans yet? That's in a couple weeks.
So, yeah, no, I don't think she does. I was like, "Can't we just reuse that?" And oh god, no, the look of death that I got for that. So,
Okay, all right. Guess not.
no, I guess we're not reusing it. And on a sidebar, as we're approaching Friday the 13th,
Okay,
Halloween.
we can't really talk about Friday the 13th because I think I'm traveling that day. So like,
Oh my
I just
god,
don't.
Tori.
uh, What am I supposed to do? I have to get. I have to get home. I have not been to Cape Cod in weeks now. I gotta get home.
Right, you
Um,
need a check-in.
yeah, and like underwear. Like I need like. I need,
Who needs them? Buy new ones or don't wear them. Problem
um,
solved.
yeah, no, that's not something I
Not
can
for
comp
Tori.
out to the company on
All
this
right.
expense. Not really something I can expense out here. Um, yeah. So yeah, that's. I don't forget what I was saying.
You need to go home so you don't know if you're gonna be able to,
I've literally
connect
been
with me on
working. I've
Friday.
been working and haven't been home for like 2 weeks straight. So my brain
That's
is
not
just
fun either.
fried. I'm just fried. But almost one or two more sleeps and I'll be home. So I'm
Okay,
ready.
good.
I'm ready to go. Yeah. Oh, no
Excellent.
traveling on Friday the 13th. That's what I was trying to say. I don't need those vibes. I remembered. We're here. We're back. We're alive. Okay.
Okay. Problem solved.
Can
Are we
we get
ready
in?
to get into what's roasting?
Yeah, let's go. So this was not in our episode, but it just came out that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith have actually been separated for the last 7 years. I don't know why I'm calling bullshit on this. I'm calling bullshit on it.
Does anybody care at this point? Haven't they been canceled? Are they trying to get noticed now?
I don't know. I just feel like how separated have you been? Because you've been out, you've been doing things. I understand you have kids and whatnot, but is this like we've been separated, but we've been living in the same house? Like, is this separated like that's why I've been having affairs? Because they haven't been affairs? Like, what direction are like why is this information coming out? And
I don't
why are we
know.
talking about it? And
Well,
how
they've
separated have you
never.
he punched somebody for you a year ago. How
Yeah.
separated have you been? That's all.
I don't know. Maybe one of them got caught in an awkward situation that was unexplainable, and that's why they have to say this.
Different than the things they've already been
They've
caught
had
in?
an open marriage, so I don't really understand what the problem here is.
Yeah, what
It's just
what
not a story
yes.
I care about. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
I'm just gonna assume
I've
it's, like,
stopped caring
clickbaity.
about you. I barely
Yeah.
play Will Smith songs anymore, and I used to love them.
I, like, forget he has songs. That's the generation I'm in.
He's got music. He does. So to start off with, it was kind of like sad with Mary Lou Retton, right?
Yeah, I have something to say about this, though. Keep going.
Well, she's fighting for her life right now in the ICU with a rare form of pneumonia. This is from her daughter on Tuesday. McKenna Kelley, the
Yeah, go ahead
daughter,
and read that full quote for me, all the way at the bottom, the
all
full
the way at the
quote.
bottom. We ask that you could help in any way, that you pray, and that you could help us with finances for the hospital bill, Kelly asked for. Clearly, she must be dying because I would not let my daughter go out there and ask for money.
Well, that was my thought, was like, you have a rare case of pneumonia. It is so unfortunate.
Melt the gold medals.
I
We
am
need money.
sorry for you. But, like, you're just acting on your mom's fame and being like, "And we're uninsured, so if any way you could help." Like, are we really? This is what the world has come to now, where people are just, like, asking, putting their hands out, being like, "Please solve my problems." Like, what? I
I know.
don't mean to be empathetic or unempathetic, sorry, but, like, it's just bad looks. Am I too traditional like that, though?
That I don't know if it's a traditional sense or if it's I just feel bad for the people that use their bodies for their jobs. People that are athletes, people that are fitness trainers, like you have one skin sleeve and when it no longer works anymore, there your livelihood is over. So I don't know if it was poor planning on her behalf or if something bad happened to have this situation that she now finds herself in, but I don't know why your daughter would be begging for funds.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna challenge that though, because like I came from a world where same thing, like my entire life and my entire career was built around what my body could do that day. And like
Mhm.
decisions for my career being made by somebody, by some man at the front of the room on whether I was
Mm.
gonna have a job that day. And it could have been based on how bloated I was
Oh,
that
no, I'm
day.
just talking about, like, break an ankle, you're out, like football players, like, you
But
have
that's
one body that works, and when it no longer works, you don't have funds.
and my point is like, I get it more than anybody. I understand, like I literally understand that more than anybody else. However, you also go into that world, you go into that career knowing that's the case.
Yeah. Oh, for
Like,
sure.
you make plans, you figure it out,
That's what
you
I'm
have to still
saying.
participate in society, so I don't really know if that's, like, an
Like, we
excuse.
don't know if she put all of her money in crypto and got burned, like, we don't know what the situation is. I
And
feel like
now
we need more
sh
context to
yeah, but
this.
even if you put all your money in crypto and got burned, like, I don't mean to sound this way, but, like, and now your daughter's asking for money? Like, what if you planned better? You didn't have insurance, you didn't have any savings in case something like this happened. I don't know. I don't, like I'm not trying to be unempathetic because I think horrible things happen to good people, and it's so
Yeah.
unfortunate, and if there was really somebody who was in a tough spot and has tried and is down on their luck, like, I'm absolutely one of the first people to go and help, but this feels a little bit like I'm gonna try and use my mom's fame to put my hand out, and,
Yeah.
like, we wouldn't have known this until the headline came out, so
It
I don't
it
know,
it
it just
feels
feels
grimy
icky.
to me
Yeah,
also, but just because, listen, the hospital is not gonna treat your mother. They're going to treat your mother. You can worry about the bills later. I
right.
feel like it's premature or you're just looking to assuage your situation right now. Maybe that's all she can focus on is the money because she can't handle her mom dying. You know what I mean? Everybody does weird stuff when
Yeah,
you're
that's true.
stressed out. So we'll give her a minute. We'll see if we backtrack all of this, or maybe she's getting millions of dollars over there to pray for her privacy, but give us money.
Right, that's it's the
No, no.
it's like the polar opposite of that. Like, I want you to know that my famous mother is sick, and therefore I want you to give me money for it, but I actually don't want to give you any details, and I want you to respect our space. Like,
Yeah.
well, do you want to stand on your own? Do you not want to stand on your own?
Well,
That's
let's stay in the same realm of using our bodies. Um, Brooke Burke got candid about the relationship that she formed with Derek Hough
Is this
on
not
Dancing
so
with the
weird?
Stars. Um,
I think this is
what?
so creepy.
She was 37, he was 23.
Yeah, and well, yes, that's creepy in itself, but also like
The age doesn't bother me.
to come out and say it years later, like you had a husband.
Was she
Also,
with Charlie Sheen at that point?
yes. And like what is quick question, what is she actually famous for?
Being
Because
married to Charlie Sheen?
when you Google her, it's like she was on Dancing with the Stars. And I'm like, right, but shouldn't he have had to been a star to get on Dancing with the Stars? Like, what did she do? Like, she was on a few
She
sitcoms.
was married to Charlie Sheen. She had twins with Charlie Sheen.
I guess if
That
you can
made her
survive
famous.
that. I guess if you can survive that
Famous
relationship,
by
then
injection? Sorry.
I just like to test that man so much.
Bleh. He's really gross, but I really loved his
No,
little show.
no, all of it was bad.
I really liked it.
But I was shocked that she came out and said that she would have a full on affair with him, with Derek Hough. Like,
She said that she would, but they didn't.
Yes. But the fact that she said I would have, like, it feels weird to me.
Well, I feel like when you're rubbing your body on someone else on a regular basis, there is definitely a connection there, whether you fall for it or fall into it or not.
I can't say anything. I dated several of my partners.
Well,
So
it
I
happens. I mean,
can't.
you're in an intimate space with them. You can't help but like just breathe in the hormones here. It just
I
happens.
guess. And she is an attractive woman. I would
Yeah.
love to. I'm waiting for Derek's statement now. Like, I would love for him to be like, 23-year-old me would have loved that. Like,
I
where?
feel like, no, that horny old lady wouldn't leave me alone.
Right. Or that. Like, this is actually really awkward for me. I had to call HR
Right?
several times.
Right. I feel
What's
put
the
upon
status?
somehow, and now I feel awkward and gross inside.
He
But
does
thank you for that.
have some sexy ass dance moves.
Yeah.
I guess
I
I
don't
get
find
it.
him attractive, but he moves that body. So
But he's also
sure.
closer to my age, so I feel like
Yeah.
I'm allowed.
Oh, okay. I don't think it's an ageist thing. I just think that
No, I guess. I don't know. I think it's just another thing that's like freaking
the
me out.
cougar thing bothers you.
Everything is kind of maybe
Call
it's
me
just my mood.
cat. Call me kitty cat.
Yeah. Oh, stop.
All right. So turnoffs for Tori include cougars. That's fair. It's like a
Just-
mommy situation. It's just yucky.
yes.
Yeah,
I just needed a quick break.
That's
that was
fair.
a lot for me.
I get it. Moving on to Gwyneth Paltrow using her Academy Award as a doorstop outside of her house.
Part of me thinks this is really funny, and then the other part of me thinks this is like highly disrespectful.
I don't
Like,
think
maybe-
it's disrespectful. It doesn't hold any weight. It doesn't mean anything. Your name is in the award book. It's not like you have to walk around with it. What the hell are you going to do with it?
Like,
Put it on
maybe
the
it's just because
mantle?
I feel like everything about her is like on the side of fake. Like her Goop company, I still don't understand what they do. I don't
I
really
don't
get
know.
it. She still doesn't eat, right? Like, I
Right.
don't. So it's a little bit of like, oh, this doesn't shock me. But it's also a little bit like, what? I feel like every time there's a headline about her, it's that. What?
Gwyneth Paltrow. Huh?
Right. Exactly.
Okay. But I think most everyone does the same thing with Gwyneth stories. Huh?
Mm.
Okay.
Is that movie even good though? She got the Academy Award for Shakespeare in Love. Is it good?
It was good. It was good. Definitely
Should I-
worth watching.
Okay, I'll add it to the list.
Pop it on for a cute little rom-com. October is definitely like a cozier month. It gets colder and it's time to snuggle up.
With who? Just kidding.
Oh, what was the new term that I came across yesterday? It's private. It's not secret. It's not a secret relationship. It's private.
I am definitely walking that line between the two.
It was like so 2023 dating, and I laughed because I was
Like
like,
Gen Z dating.
That's
Like,
Tori.
I'm
We're private. It's not secret. We're just private.
I just don't know what to say about it. Like,
It's private.
I mean, if I had
It's the
if I
new
had like
2023.
if I had like a funny anecdote to share, I'd share it. But it's
Because it's more than a situationship.
it's normal. I like don't. Maybe that's why it's confusing to me because it's a very normal relationship. It's a very like
Mhm.
normal adult relationship, and so I'm like, I have no funny.
I don't know what to do with my
Right?
hand.
Yes.
Talladega Nights over here.
I don't know how to function in this. Actually, it turns out.
Yeah, right.
So
It's functional. It's good. What's dysfunctional? Joe Jonas, Sophie Turner, but they have come to an agreement on custody arrangements.
yeah,
so
what do you
that's
think
good.
about this? 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Pretty
I don't
much.
love it, but I get it for younger kids. Like that would have been hard for me to deal with, especially since I've been dealing with a whole lot of my ex.
Yeah.
My starter husband has just like popped into my life right now, and I really need him
Ugh.
to leave, and it's just really annoying. And then Cliff's starter wife, I just found her in the court report. You know how I like to look things up. I was like, well, glad to see she's not different.
Oh my god. Well, yeah,
On
but
the
I was
trashier
thinking.
side. So I'm just remembering back to when our kids were younger and
Yeah.
how supremely difficult it was to transition from this to that. But
But they're
these
also doing
people
it
have
across different
so much
countries.
money, and they have so many people in their lives. Like, I feel like if you have a steady nanny caregiver that is in their life that is with the transition for mom time, dad time, and
Yeah,
then
but
you
not
have
only is
all
it
the
mom
same
time, dad
stuff.
time, it's dad time in the US and mom time in England.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's I can't imagine being a little kid and being
Every 2
like, "Am
weeks
I
having to get
going?"
on a plane and go overseas.
Yes, or being like,
It's a lot.
I'm at mom's LA house. No, we're going to England this time." Like, not really knowing.
Yeah.
Uh, obviously it's gonna work for them, but
For now. And that's the thing with
yeah,
custody arrangements, they work for whatever. And then the thing you've really kind of this is the way it is right now. And then you work out what really works
yeah,
as you're working through it. You know what I mean? It's never the right thing. It's just the least bad thing for everybody else to deal with.
yeah.
It's never gonna no one ever leaves that room happy.
I
You just
know. I
don't.
wish there was like a unified solution on like what the best situation is for kids when
Mhm.
you're separating. And I know you can't like, or you could just be like Kanye and buy the house across the street, I guess.
Oh, he's so gross. I just read
Headlines?
a headline the
I
other
was gonna
day
say
and I was
headlines
just so
keep coming out about
irritated.
him right now, and
Well,
he's
that he got
remarried.
married and then told his wife she's never to speak again, and I was just like, "I can't. I'm no more. I'm not reading anymore. I'm not talking about it anymore."
And who's the other chick? Julia Fox has been coming out and saying that like he was trying to buy her things and
Mhm.
plastic surgeries and whatever. I don't know. Why do we care? I thought he was
Not
canceled.
gonna do it, Kanye. Not gonna do it.
You know
Not
what I am
going
going to
in
do
there.
though? What I'm so on board with this Bradley Cooper Gigi Hadid situation. So on board. I ship this. I so ship this.
They're having fun.
It's whatever. Do your thing. I don't care. Keep it private.
Is that
Whatever. I
is that what we
just
call having sex? We're having
keep it.
fun.
Oh, I was gonna say keeping it private. Like I hope
Guys, we're
so.
banging. That's what's happening here. Mind your business.
But
This
is
is
this kind
it.
of Gigi inserting herself into like the triangle,
I don't know. I don't
quadrangle, penta something? Like how many? What's
notice me.
his baby mama's
Arena Shake.
right?
And,
First of all,
isn't she
aren't
dating
they?
Tom Brady? I can't keep up with this.
I would kind of also ship a Gigi Hadid Tom Brady situation. Like, don't hate that. But like, aren't you all models? Is this not getting weird? Don't you all
Right?
work together?
It
Like,
is
don't you all
awkward.
show up at the same Vogue shoots and be like, who's dating? Who's going out with who this weekend? Let's just clarify. Make sure
And
the
then, like,
dance
talk
cards are
about
all
them
filled
and
out.
imagine them having conversations about them. "Oh, he didn't do that for me," or whatever. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they 100% have all. Never mind. I was going to say something inappropriate.
It's incestuous.
Yeah, I would say the girls probably know what they're getting into with the men from the other women before they've gotten into it in all regards of the matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, go have fun together, you 2.
this was, I thought, kind of a funky story. So, a TV host in, oh shoot, I forget where.
UK.
There we go. So she was being stalked and harassed and getting death threats, and then she decided to leave her job because of it.
I don't think that that's a surprise.
I just can't imagine. Like,
Really?
you're a
You're on
TV.
TV.
Yeah, but
People are weird.
why are you getting death threats? Just trying to do your job.
I know. People are just really weird. And it's also 2023 and you're trying to be out at a public figure. It's not exactly the brightest time to want to try and just put yourself out there. And if you're a single woman, I just feel like that paints a target on your back for weirdos. It just does. You're in the public eye and somehow, yeah, Tori's looking around. Wait a minute. What? Lock your door.
As we put out this podcast for the public to see.
She's somewhere. We didn't say your location, so you're okay.
For now. How often am I like, yeah, I'm going to that bar on Thursday. It's fine. I'm eating it.
Oh boy. Yeah, right. Well, 'tis the season, Tori. Slashings. Awful.
Oh man. Okay,
No,
good thought.
it's not cool. Yeah, right. Not cool.
Podcast is officially canceled off air starting
No.
immediately. Bye.
I gotta
See you later.
I gotta tell you about my amazing end of my conference. So
Okay.
I was treated to a personal performance by Wyclef Jean. And I only put up like one little photo. There was only 1,000 people in that room, and I had his sweat on me.
Well, how
It
did
was
you get yourself into that situation?
because that was the entertainment for the end of this conference. They bought him. They brought him
They
in.
bought
It
him.
was well, last I guess these conferences are known for this. Last year they had Shaq. The year before that they had Snoop Dogg. They bring in these amazing artists for the fun. That's why these
Shaq is an
sell out.
artist?
What?
Shaq is an artist?
No, well, these famous people to like
Okay.
walk around and talk
It's
to
like
people.
an artist at being super tall. Like,
So
what
we
is
had
it?
no idea. We were in Miami, so everyone was the scuttle was that it was going to be Pitbull, and then I heard Gloria Stefan, and I'm like, I don't know who this is going to be. And then when Wyclef was announced, half the audience left because they were irritated because they wanted somebody bigger than that. I was so psyched because the Fugees was a pivotal album when I was like in just growing up and becoming an adult by myself, and I listened to that album on repeat even though Lauryn Hill was canceled. It's 50 years of hip hop this year. They're going back on tour. So I felt like I was just like they happened to be there, and he sang their Fuji songs, and he
You
sang
were
Shakira songs, and he
you were living
sang
for it.
Carlos Santana, and I was like a screaming little girl in the front row touching him. My
And
laugh.
and did he notice
I
the
was that
screaming?
girl. No,
Did he notice?
he let everybody on stage at the end of it. We all got to dance with him. He put
It's
on the
because it's a bunch
Swedish
of
guys'
tech nerds.
jackets. He was hanging out, sweating on everybody. It was awesome. Then he
Wow.
danced with the Miami Heat dancers.
I'm so glad you had this experience because I didn't know it was something you needed in your life, but I'm so
No.
glad it was fulfilled.
It was definitely not something that I was like, wow, I really this could be the game changer for Stephanie. But here I was in this moment, loving every ounce of it. I don't know, it's the 11 cocktails I had beforehand, but
Could have been. Are you sure it was really him
it
after
really
those
was.
11 cocktails?
I have photographs, I've got videos. The weird Miami Heat thing was rolling around on roller skates. I'm like, where the hell am I?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was weird. Those geeks know how to party, man. I'll tell you what, I can't keep up with them. Those nerds get down.
That's funny.
All right, so our weird news, I definitely wanted to talk to you about because it is I don't think that she should have to put pants on. So I'll give you the headline. I don't know if you've read it,
Okay.
but a neighbor asks a woman to wear pants while taking out the trash so that her husband doesn't see her. Taking out the bins isn't a glamorous task by any means, but it's something that needs to be done in order to keep things clean and tidy. So imagine that you're putting out your trash and you just run out. I run out in various states of undress pretty much every single day. So I don't even know what my poor neighbors have witnessed.
I was gonna say, what level of pants are required? Like, are you
So
running out on a thong? Like, what are you doing?
I guess she got a nasty note from her neighbor and she took to TikTok. This woman's name is Emily. And Emily was seen completely unbothered by the situation. She defiantly said, "No, I'm good, love." And I don't know, put pants on when you're
What kind
taking out
I
the
just
trash.
I need Okay, I have thoughts. First of all, what kind of pants? Like, are you just running out in your underwear? Because then I feel like that's a little bit justified. Like, hey, we're in apartments. Do you mind putting pants on when you leave the house? But then to like follow it up by saying, because my husband is looking at you, like that is clearly a marital issue and like on your husband and not her problem at
I
all. Like, she
I
can't just
yeah, what is she
exist.
wearing?
That's all.
She didn't really get into it though.
This is how this always goes. Like, our weird news stories don't have enough details for us
No, it's
to
never.
like
I have
fully
so many
assess.
more questions.
Yes. But I do think like you can't blame from a woman to woman. Like, I can't imagine saying to my husband or saying to another woman, "Can you do something different? Can you cover up because my husband needs to be controlled?" Like, no, smack that guy upside the head or divorce him. Like,
Yeah,
what?
I didn't like the premise of the note at all either. It doesn't even matter. She could be walking out completely naked in her front yard for all I care. I'm not going to write a note that said it bothered my husband. I'm going to say it bothered me.
Right.
Like, that's what bothered me about the story in general.
Yes. Agreed.
And who knows what the hell she wore out. I don't even care if it was bikini bottoms. I don't care what she took the trash out. I'm glad you took out your own trash, but I'm
Right.
never going to write a note saying that it like upset me because my husband was watching you. Then you've got a problem with your husband, lady. and
Correct.
Stop writing your note to your,
100%.
to your
And also,
neighbor.
like, I would probably be like, I'm watching too. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, we're all watching because we all think it's weird.
Right.
That's all. Doesn't need to be like, my husband is watching you and checking you out. Like, okay, wife, he's probably.
That's even creepier.
Are you around him ever 24/7? Because he's probably checking everybody else as they walk down the street too. Like, that's clearly a him issue and a you issue.
What do you think? You can weigh in. You can always leave us a note on our pod or ask us any other questions or make your submissions for weird news. We'd love to hear it. And that just made me mad, weird news. Because I thought it was weird that the neighbor decided to write the note and then blame it on her husband. That's my take.
Not here for it. All right, that's it. That's all we got.
Get safe over there, will ya?
Yeah.
Get to a place on Friday and let me know if we can do the show or not.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely do the show.
Okay, good.
Friday and Monday, there's a chance that I'll be in studio. I don't know yet. We'll text about it.
That's exciting. Get perky with us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the First Shot Morning Show. Bye, guys.
Bye. Tell your staff I'm sorry I made you late.
The First Shot Morning Show is produced by Lemonadio. When life gives you lemons, make radio. We encourage everyone to listen happier.com.